Sometimes when we are talking about body language analysis, the question always arises: how can you keep track of, eye movement, face movement, voice, the words that they say, their general body language? Maybe somebody arrived, or the body language of two people at the same time, or the inflection of their voice. So many things. How can you keep track of so many things at once? And I forget that. Yeah, I could say that it comes with practice, yes, but there's one exercise, there's one cheat code, so to speak. It's not like a cheat code because you had to put some effort into that. But there's one way that you can develop your working memory, the working memory of your brain, to expand the working memory of your brain so you can juggle more information at once, which is fundamental for any body language analysis, especially if you are doing it in real time, in a conversation with another person, or in your daily life. Is because a video, you can always just hit rewind a video and watch it in slow motion. But in a conversation, you have to see things like directly in real time. But the way that I do that, I'm going to recommend this. This is not an endorsement per se, because a dual and back, which is the exercise, is like saying Sudoku. Like Sudoku is not a copyright term. It's like the name of a kind of exercise. There are many tools to play Sudoku online and on print. And there are many tools to play dual and back online. So I am not affiliated with any of them. I was just thinking about working memory, and I was tweeting about the working memory and telling people to Google dual and back if you wanted to really expand your ability to everything, to have a better conversation, to have a better body language analysis, to have a sharper brain. Dual and back is the way to go. So I'm going to click just in the first one here. Again, no affiliation whatsoever. There are apps for dual and back training. I just want to explain to you how dual and back works to make you a better observer, to just boost your analysis abilities. So I'm going to click on this one, the first link that I have. And how does this work? We have a grid here of 3 by 3. We have 9 squares here in the middle, right? And when this starts, we will play what it's called dual and back 1. I'm going to explain what does it mean. The dual has to do with the elements, or what would be the stimuli. The stimuli that we're gonna be juggling are two of them. One of them is sound, and the other is position. It's like you are listening to one person, and you're listening to their words, and you're watching their facial body language. We're talking about two stimuli at the same time. That's why it's called dual. Two of them. The and back. Here comes the tricky part. How to play dual and back. And back 1 is the most basic and easy way of playing dual and back, in which this is the thing. I'm going to play this once. All right, going to do a brief explanation. Play this once, and then after I play it once, I'm going to do a more thorough explanation. I'm going to try to pinpoint when either sound or position repeats. Whenever you're going to see that one button appears in any of the 9 squares, and one sound sounds at the same time. If in the next step any of those repeat, either position or sound, then I must click the corresponding buttons. I'm going to do it right now. You would say, what a strange game. It's quite a strange game. Yeah, it's a strange game. And it can get really, really quirky really quickly. I'm going to start playing the game. And back 1. We have to remember what happened in the immediate after turn. So first turn, L. I'm going to adjust as usual, I forget to adjust my sound. Here we go.
T. Q.
Nothing has repeated.
S,
Position has repeated.
T,
Position repeated again.
T,
Audio is repeating.
L, L,
Audio has repeated.
K,
Position has repeated.
T,
Position has repeated again.
K,
Position.
Q, S, S,
Okay, audio repeated.
H, K, K,
Audio repeated.
Q, K, R, R,
Audio repeated.
L,
Okay, so we had a success rate of 100%. If you think this was complicated, so it's normal, right? First time that you play dual and back, I suggest that you go with dual and back 1. You just have to pinpoint either when the position of the square or the sound that you hear repeat in regards to the immediate previous turn. All right? That's all you have to do with dual and back 1. Now, what happens in dual and back 2? This is when things get a little, spicier, because you have to detect a repeat, but not in the immediate turn that just happened, but 2 turns ago. All right, that something happens in turn 1. Let's say that you have a square in the upper left corner, and then in turn 2 you have a square in the lower bottom right corner, the bottom right corner, and then in turn 3 you have the square in the upper left square again. Then you have to hit position. You have to leave 1 turn in between. You forget if this repeats with the immediate after, but has to do 2 turns before. Now, I haven't played dual and back 2 in a while. I will do my best right now. Obviously, when I'm doing this body language analysis all the time, every day, I keep my mind sharp doing that. But this is what I did originally to be able to juggle everything. So I suggest that you do. I should do this also every day. This is something that we all should do every day, at least 5 minutes. It's going to be frustrating at first, but believe me, I guarantee you you will get better. And the good thing is that the more steps you remember, the better you get at dual and back 2, the better your working memory will be, guaranteed, with any app. It could be this app or a mobile app in your phone, doesn't matter. It's the same game. Your working memory will improve, and you will become a better observer. Your mind will be sharper. I'm going to play dual and back 2. Again, I might have to focus, have to try to think about this, and try to guess, not guess, try to pinpoint when the square and both the sound repeat in regards to 2 turns before this. So I need to keep 2 turns in my head to compare with the current turn. I'm going to do it right now. Let's see how it goes.
K, H, K, R, H, 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 C, S, K, R, S, K, T, C, T, C, L, R, K L S C.
All right, I had a nice success rate of 92%, which is not bad. And I don't know if I think the idea is that you see what I click. I think the position and audio buttons are too small to see in your screen, perhaps. But that is the idea. If you see something that repeats two turns ago, then you click either position or audio. Sometimes it's going to be both of them. So since my success rate is more than 80%, and this is important, since my success rate is more than 80%, in this case was 92%, I should move on to dual and back 3, which is exactly what you imagine what this is in terms that I have to remember 3 steps before and try to nail if it repeats in the current. So I have to remember 3 turns in total and try to guess, try to pinpoint if the current turn is repeating from the one that is 2 turns before. I told you it gets really, really difficult really quickly. I'm going to try to do dual and back 3. I haven't played dual and back 3 in years, so let's see how I do with this one.
C L K Q S C S S C C S C L R C
Okay, position and audio.
K
Yes, position.
L L C H H K L H T
Missed that one.
H H C
Miss again.
R.
It's impossible. All right, I had a success rate of 50%, which is not bad for N back 3. Again, there are other modes of this game. In this case, it's dual, but there are other modes. Dual, we have only 2 stimuli, which is position and sound. There are other modes of this game that can be that are more than dual. That you can have position, you can have color, you can have shapes. But you don't just have a square. You can have a circle, have a triangle, and of course that makes it much more complicated. You have words. There are 3 or 4 words that you have to keep track under the figure of different colors. And you can have even grids of 4 by 4. So yes, this can get crazy, really quickly. But anyway, you can. I remember that my record was N back 4 with triple. It was not dual, but triple. I could juggle shapes, colors, and sound. Was 3 stimuli up to dual and back 4. Wasn't my peak training, and then right now I can just do it with my body language analysis. But I should do more or this. Just let me know. I'm pretty sure this exercise can change your life. So give it a try. Again, just search for dual and back. I'm gonna go back here so you find this the name dual and back, and let me know how it goes. And guaranteed that will just make your observations and your body language analysis and the way that you observe the world much better. My body language buddies, don't forget to download my free 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.